Conscious collaboration brings together entrepreneurs, change makers, and thought leaders. We aim to highlight the people that embody the idea of aligned mind, body, and business. Each week, we share, discuss, and learn from the various experiences and ideas of our guest experts. Through our discovery, we find a path to an aligned mind, body, and business.
What up, y'all? This is Emily.
And I'm Lisa. We are the Conscious Collaboration.
Thumbs up.
That was the cheesiest thumbs up I could muster.
I know. I wish y'all could see it. I can't wait till we're on YouTube.
Yes, it's coming. Yes, growth is happening. Everything is all about growth and expansion now. So new things on the horizon.
We'll be able to upload all these videos. We got the videos, y'all.
We have so many. My assistant is going to be busy.
I don't know why. No.
It's just a mental block that I have to like get things done. I think it's coming. Yeah. It's only time. Yeah, and you guys will appreciate us even more when you can see these videos. But in the spirit of collaboration and winging it.
The dark side of collaboration.
Oh yeah. Well, not to get too dark, but yeah, I mean, I've been reflecting a lot, as we're growing and expanding and in the podcast and, certainly seeing it in our friends and our circles and our collaborations. It just, as we near the close of this solar year, reflecting on just some of the lessons. And we've had a lot of tough lessons this year on various levels. Personally, professionally, globally, everything. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm getting kind of reflective in that way, but I have so much gratitude. Like I really feel that so much gratitude in our community and in our circle about these beautiful collaborations that we formed, and we, can celebrate, for example, like Felicia McCaskill, one of our recent guests, making a connection with someone through the podcast. And that's awesome and amazing. Yeah. And I think it feels good to be able to celebrate those that you're on a path and journey with and celebrate them on accomplishments. Like, that goes back to that whole planting the karma seeds thing. When you're able to do that, it helps growth within yourself. But then also recognizing that we've also been through, and as I said in the last episode, a period of challenges. And, I'm seeing it here locally in the Tampa Bay area. There's a lot of lack. Prices are going up and people are operating on a lack and scarcity, and they're scared. And I don't know who said it to me. I mean, honestly, I think it was in a conversation with you or with Kevin. We were talking about like one of the most dangerous people is somebody that's operating in a place of lack, because, scrappy in a potentially, like scrounging in a potentially bad way for themselves and for people around them. And, it's got that like Hunger Games vibe, everybody in it for themselves to survive. And I feel so bad. I see a lot of like people being so kind and generous and providing meals and clothing and donations. And I love that. People are setting up tables in their front yard to feed neighbors and things like that. But I've also seen a lot of people getting taken advantage of, and a lot of scamminess, a lot of like, not genuine collaboration.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Resonate with you?
1,000%. And I think you know, obviously, we are very generally pro collaboration. All right.
Absolutely.
I hope that doesn't need to be said, being that that's the name of our podcast and the major theme of it. And as illustrated by like Felicia McCaskill getting, her speaking opportunity, like this is exactly the type of thing that collaboration is for.
Yeah.
That said, we have to be aware of the, I mean, dangers. It seems like a little dramatic of a word, but the negative things that can make their way in. And we have to acknowledge the need to still have a great awareness around things and boundaries, and the need to still protect ourselves and our businesses, because no matter how good of collaborators we are, and I'm thinking of all these like interpersonal overlaps here,
Yeah.
which we'll get to because we always do. But no matter how good of a collaborator you are, like that negativity and that encountering people or entities or businesses who are operating more from a lack standpoint can always sneak in there, or some more negative or even malicious intent at times, or self-serving, or anywhere kind of along that spectrum of not the energy that you want with collaboration. And we have to be able to, again, I keep thinking of interpersonal relationships here, but we have to find that sweet spot where we can remain open and vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
Because that's where the opportunities come from. But at the same time, be discerning, be able to recognize when something is not aligning, and being able
Right.
to express, enforce boundaries, and potentially have some unpleasant or confrontational interaction in order to do
Yeah.
that, in order to protect ourselves and our businesses in the long run. We cannot let openness turn into people pleasing, right? Because that just is the quick road to self-sabotage.
Yeah, you're right. I do, like we say it all the time. There's so many crossovers between our businesses and the nature of our relationships and you said it, like the interrelationships. And it, the for years we've been talking about the importance of seeing things for what they are and not being attached to things. And that includes like expectations of other people. And that includes like your ability to see potential in someone.
Yep.
It's not mine. I'm also speaking to myself. It's not our responsibility, even if we see the potential there, to do that or to think that we can help someone get to that level. So, and I know the I Ching has said that to us so many times, about asserting boundaries. They're necessary for expansion, and we have to adhere to them. And once we see something happen that's wrong, we need to have, even if it feels uncomfortable, have the courage to be able to say it.
Yep.
And hold
Otherwise,
people
you are
accountable.
complicit in it continuing to happen.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly. And I think this year has tested me in that way. It's tested people in my circle in that way. And it's part of that disillusionment that is falling away, that even if we held out great hope for something in the beginning, are they delivering what they promised?
Yeah.
And likewise, are we promising and not delivering?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I really feel that message coming through really strongly right now, and just reflecting on that. And I want to maintain, like, collaboration has been what we've gotten so much joy from, you and I and the people that we collaborate with and the guests. It's brought us so many opportunities and joy and thoughtful conversation and positivity. But talking to myself too, like, make sure not to have the blinders on, in the spirit of, we've been talking about the snake skin, shedding the skin energy. And it's like, basically we shed the skin and now we're further away from it. We're very vulnerable. And even though we've grown, we've gotten longer and broader in our businesses and our personal lives and who we are, we've done the work. And when you're in that state of vulnerability and adjusting and like firming up your new identity, don't let go of those. I mean, just have an extra keen awareness of how vulnerable you are in that state and how visible you are lying in the sun and baking on that new outer skin. So you don't want to be prey. I was just thinking about your owl. Like, I was thinking about your owl that you keep singing.
Yeah, my pet.
Yeah. I mean, it's like there's so much, everybody, well, that listens to us, I think, has an awareness of like the signs and synchronicities and the spirit animals that present to us. And
I've had so many, like this week has been like the Discovery Channel.
Yeah, it has. That's good. That's good chi.
It is.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's so beautiful. I love that. What were some of the things about like the owl that we read? I know I looked it up last time, but and it's the cutest little owl.
Is kind of the biggest owl theme, wisdom, and like being able to see the truth in the dark in particular. Yeah. Owls, in fact, are actually, I think the word is diurnal, meaning they can thrive in the daytime or the nighttime. Most people think of them as nocturnal, but they are actually not. So seeing the truth in the dark, they're very, they're like silent hunters, unless you're still a little clumsy, like my baby owl.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why so I've seen that. I don't think we've talked about this fully, but I've been seeing this little petite owl who lives or hangs out. There's like a grouping of foliage of little trees right off my balcony.
It's so cute.
And it'll come perch on my balcony at night and kind of go back and forth between the tree and my balcony. And so I've seen it and videoed it several times doing that. But the other night, the reason I knew it was out there, because I think what it's doing is practicing hunting moths. There's a bunch of moths out there right now. And so I think it's hunting. But I saw this little guy fly into the post on my balcony the other day, like hit it. I know. I was like, oh, you missed. And it kind of, recouped itself really quick and perched and started chilling. But yeah,
so otherwise, cute, guys, like it's like a little pygmy.
It's very adept hunters and very, silent hunters, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's almost like you sent the picture to me, and it's like playing Where's Waldo? Like where's the owl in the tree? Almost like to see it.
And they're very they're known, and this can be skewed positive or negative in some cultures, but they're very much known as being like helpers of the transition from one realm to another. So from life to death, very, very Scorpio energy in that way. The veil being very thin between realms. So
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I mean, and that tells a lot too. I mean, it's almost like it's been my experience in the past couple of weeks too. Like I told my daughter yesterday when we were in the kitchen, like I looked outside, there were like squirrels looking directly in the window eating peanuts, like they were watching a show. Um, they were like, "What are you making? That looks interesting." Yeah, so I mean, it's just I think important for us to just have that awareness and clarity that
At the Conscious Collaboration Podcast, we are proud affiliates of Atapa medical grade red light therapy devices. Red light therapy boasts a long list of clinically proven benefits, many that I and many of my clients have experienced firsthand. You can be sure that you'll be able to train harder, recover faster, and sleep better with Atapa red light therapy. Visit myatapa.com, myatapa.com, or use the link in our Instagram bio to shop with the code COLLAB15, that's COLLAB 15, for a discount on your device.
talking about and look for those messages and deeper things. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe you Google an animal that you see a lot, 3 times or more that comes to visit you, if it will tell you a bit of background about where you are, what do you need to look out for. I had that happen the other day. I was wondering why my cats were going crazy, and I thought they were going after my feather bowl that I have on the fireplace because I collect all those feathers like you do. And I was like, oh, you better not be going for my feather bouquet. And I got closer, and it was actually like this leaf bug a bug that looked like a leaf that got in my house. And it was on my feng shui crystal that I had on the fireplace. It was so cool. And of course, like I got him back outside. And he didn't get hurt or anything like that. But I looked up the meaning of that, and it also gave me a lot of insight around like what we're talking about. I mean, it talks about this bug. It goes through some sort of like metamorphosis, and it speaks to continual growth and transformation throughout life. And it's a reminder you're always in a stage of becoming, and that patience with your own developmental steps is necessary. So I really like that. So I think it's like sometimes when you don't know how to navigate through something, it helps to look to nature, to learn the story, to figure out how to protect yourself, your energy, your business. And it did, of course, I use Chat GPT, not Choopy, but a different one, to give me some, go through all the collections and the resources and stuff. And I thought it was really neat. It gave me some questions to ask myself. And it said, where in my life do I need to be more adaptable or blend in to protect myself and my energy? That reminded me of your owl. Because that's very much the vibe right now of like being that vulnerable, new formed snake. And am I using all the resources and tools available to me for my current goal? And, it's not all just manifestation and wishing and willing or, all of that, setting your intentions. It's, are you using the resources and tools? And are you allowing yourself the space to grow through the current stages of development? So being comfortable with like the growing pains of each stage, and it's forever. Like I've been on the phone call with so many people lately. Been doing a lot of like energy upgrades with people and vision sessions. And it, really pains me to listen to people that are struggling through the ups and downs of life and business. And they say, when is it going to stop? Well, it's never going to stop, no matter. That's the thing that I think we talk about a lot. Like these cycles are forever. You don't get to a place and say, well, the cycle stopped and now, there's no ups and downs or wild swings. And that's really been a lot of the calls that I've been receiving are kind of like panicky, like I'm watching all your feng shui videos and I'm reading all the books and I'm listening to law of attraction. I'm doing all these things, but why is my life still up and down? Why can't I just coast? And I think the coasting really comes from accepting that there's always going to be the ups and downs and being okay with that. And that takes you off like the crazy train. And there's no like, manifestation or magic that can do that for you. That's something you need to do for yourself. Feng shui rituals can support that. And I think like the big themes of like holistic health and wellness being so important to be nurtured, and then additionally looking at your helpful people and the people around you, and that's a direct line to your abundance. And abundance isn't just money. People are, oh, I don't have enough money and money keeps leaving me, but you're still here. And you still have people around you, you still have their resources, like recognizing that's the abundance. And I think that I think it's on each of us individually to take that accountability, have that awareness, and hopefully like just reduce a lot of this taking advantage of people from a place of lack to be able to fill your cup. Like
I've heard an interesting tip in that regard too, that when I think about it, I've tried to incorporate it, and just to kind of as part of the package to improve relationship with money and resources. And that was that this person, they thank money when it comes to them, even if it's just like finding a penny on the ground or something. They thank money when it comes to them, and they thank money when it leaves them, when they buy something or they have to pay a bill or whatever, because bringing it to that same energy of gratitude, like even if you want to think of it like, oh, thank you that I have the money to pay this bill right now, or whatever it is, even if it, it's still overall will improve the energy in your relationship with that resource way more than, I mean, anytime you pay a bill, you kind of get that like, but if we can, and that's okay, but if we can overcome that with you know what, thank you, money, for, being available for me to pay this bill, I think that over time it makes sense that would really just improve the inflow and outflow of resources.
Yes, and trust that it will replenish.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's like one of the benefits of collaboration is reciprocity. That's two entities, two people contributing to the greater good, externally and internally within the team. But that means like, it's, you don't have to do things on your own. Like that's the beauty of it. And I think, when we can have that trust, and that helps to alleviate the gratitude, like you're mentioning, and the trust on all sides of outpouring and receiving, that's when it mitigates that scarcity and like Hunger Games, like kind of mentality.
Both energies can't really exist at once.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, really, I like, really, gratitude is the cheat code for any sort of quote unquote negative emotion. And if you have, a negative energy every time money leaves you, it just accumulates negative energy around money. Not, right. You know what I mean? Like the energy doesn't know the difference between leaving and coming. It just makes you more likely to have a less than ideal relationship with money and resources or things.
Yeah. What do you say we just put a bow on this real quick and do a couple cards to tie it together?
Yeah.
From the I Ching, and then we'll call it a day. It's been a good jam sesh.
Yeah, let's just, or do you, yeah.
Yeah, we'll button it up here in a quick little 5 minutes. The energy around us and how do we protect our energy and still nourish in our collaborations. I hope this is relevant to people. But I'm seeing it in clients. I'm seeing it in my own. And this is wild. The energy around us is holding together. Hexagram 8. And then how do we continue moving forward? Nourishment, which is hexagram 27. So super simple, straightforward.
The 9, by the way.
Yeah, so it's a bow. Yeah, it's like the shortest reading ever. There's only 2 change lines, and it is just putting a bow on what we talked about. So we're in the energy of holding together, and just the highlights of that. Holding together produces success. High-level teamwork is achieved when the right players are on the right team and they share a clear goal at the right time.
Oh my God.
Hello. Yeah, a team forms its relationships in a delicate manner. Chemistry is brewed up at the bat of that and shared experience. And it like every relationship starts out like glowy and strong. And that strong sense of unity and wholehearted commitment is required for a team's success. So that's the energy that we're in. And there is a change line kind of at the top. And it says a beneficial union is in the offing. Sometimes, there you go. There will be good fortune if you are careful not to force things. Let people come and go. And when the right one arrives, you will know. It may be time to align yourself with someone near the center of things. So there you go.
Don't force a collab just to collab. Let it happen naturally and let people go if they need to go.
Doesn't need to be forever. And then reflecting on our inner self, sincerity is the foundation of all successful relationships. In a thirsty world, it is not the form of the water's container that matters, it's the contents. So we were just talking about like that thirst and reflecting on ourselves and then moving forward with nourishment. Like we've been talking about it all along. The ways that we can move through this, this is you talking every day. It's more than just a healthy diet of food. It represents a caregiving as well. And you can know people by observing what they nourish in their own lives. That's a good tip. Who are you collaborating with and how are they nourishing themselves? Does that align with you? And just observe. Like, I don't think we do a lot of, I don't, but maybe all of us, like truly observing things for what they are. Is like, what's going on here? Does that align? Do they cultivate their spirits, their intellects, and their world values, their moral values? Do they nourish and care for those around them? So how people collaborate with you reflects on you. So keep that in mind. Pay heed to thoughts and impulses, ignoring those who undermine a healthy and persevering attitude. That'll reflect badly on you. Temporary pleasure, like just one success doesn't indicate sustainability. Enact your character and you will nourish everyone around you in the best possible way. So, boom.
Boom.
Thanks, I Ching, for... and I think it'll be great when the video is published so people can actually see that it's not like a scripted thing. And yet it always, like, it specifically says things that we say. So I don't know. Explain that. I know we talk a lot, but it's not like, come on now. How is that?
Like as good as the damn algorithm.
Right, exactly.
Like it's the OG algorithm.
Yeah, I Ching is the algorithm of ancient
It's
times.
like picking up on what we say
and then giving it and then putting it, serving it in front of us.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, I think that was good. Any last words coming to you?
No, I think I said a lot of words today.
We said a lot of words. Been a wordy day.
Hopefully they were good ones.
Yes, we need to nourish and replenish. And yes. What? Hopefully they were good ones. What?
Brain replenishment.
Brain replenishment. Yes, for sure. All right, guys. Well, I hope that resonated or helped you in some way. And let us know what you think. Hop on inside of the Conscious Collaboration Collective, our closed and private Facebook group. Totally safe to share in there. Only positive connections happening. Lots of collaboration opportunities, people to cheer you on, commiserate with you, including us. And that's where we find a lot of our guests. So if you want to join us in collaborating on an episode, we'd love to hear your story and have you there. Find us inside the group or contact us on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, talk to you in 5.
Talk to you in 5.
Bye, guys. Yeah. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank y'all so much for listening to our podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends so they can join our circle of collaboration on this journey. You can find us on Instagram at Conscious Collaboration Podcast, on Spotify, iTunes, and Audible, to name a few. Please join us next time for another deep dive into how you can live life in more alignment. Mind, body, and business. Send us your questions and comments in our DMs or email us at consciouscollaborationpodcast@gmail.com. See you in 5 minutes.